Hey, check. 1, 2. Hope this is working. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Alright, let's see. Okay, looks like we're good. Alright, so everybody's in yet. Okay. So here is the deal currently. We have winter weather ongoing right now in the Texas panhandle. Eventually will be working its way into Oklahoma City by evening here, hence the winter storm warnings. And then over here to the south, we have ongoing severe weather here. We have severe thunderstorm warnings starting to work their way into Mississippi. Just to the north of Houston, we still have a couple severe thunderstorms ongoing there. And then we just got a recently issued tornado watch within the last hour over here towards Jackson, Mississippi, Meridian, Laurel, Natchez, and then also into central Louisiana, which includes the city of Alexandria. This is also highlighted by this enhanced risk that we have here, which is highlighted by a 10% chance of tornadoes and a hatched risk, which includes a chance of a strong tornado. So with all of that in mind, this one might be a very active, very interesting stream here. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button if you pop in, and just sit here and watch everything unfold here. Do what we can to help out as many people as possible here. There's storm chasers on the ground that we're able to watch here on Radar Omega. He's Corey Gherkin. He streams really loud all the time, so I'm going to mute him for a minute. But, looks like his signal's bad. Yep, his signal's bad. But yeah, thing to make note of with this area here is sometimes signal will be intermittent, so we may struggle to get storm chaser feeds up. We do have cameras available to look at today too, both in the winter weather zone and the severe zone, so we will be getting some visuals today, unlike last night when we were streaming. And we're actually about to take a look at that first one now. We're going to try and look at Morillo. No discrimination on how it's pronounced. I know everyone has their own way of saying it. So this is what Amarillo is looking like right now. This is in downtown Amarillo. And I guess you could call this the Winter Wonderland. Snow Town, maybe. So, but that's what we have going on right now. Pop-ups. Snow's falling pretty steady right now, if I were to say so myself, though. TV's on. I forgot to mute that. Just give me a second here. All right. Hopefully the stream is stable here. These daytime streams can be a little sketchy at times. You can see the snowfall's coming down at a pretty consistent clip. Okay, so with that in mind, we're also watching, of course, like I said, the severe weather areas. Right now, like I said, mainly dealing with severe thunderstorm warnings. We currently have 4 right now. We're mainly the bottom end of the spectrum right now. 1 inch hail can still do damage, though, so definitely still want to be taking shelter. You don't want to be outside in the midst of that. We also have the potential for some 60-mile-per-hour winds at the moment here. We do have a couple of those storms that are increasing in hail size just a little bit over towards Mississippi. Humphreys, Washington, Sunflower, Sharkley, LaFleur, and Chillicothe counties has half-dollar size hail potential. Then Liberty and Polk counties in Texas are actually showing potential for ping pong ball sized hail. And then lastly, we have Tyler, Texas here showing potential for half-dollar size hail. All of these are currently holding potential for 60-mile-per-hour winds here as well. So you need to be in your safe spot over there nonetheless. May not be a tornado, but definitely want to be away from windows. Definitely don't want to be outside. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday, but it'll ruin your barbecue anyway if you're outside in a heavy thunderstorm. Just saying. It's no fun. You can see that these storms have had a history of producing some hail here, and even some strong winds here and there. Nothing major to talk about here. Maybe 160-mile-per-hour report there. The hail has really been the big topic so far. It's been even some baseball-sized hail and larger in some places here. Towards Longview, it looks like we got a baseball-sized hail report there. Then over towards Shreveport, there's actually a report of 3-inch hail here. Hail lasted for 2 minutes, and then this was measured by ruler as well. Pretty much can't beat that. So there you go. So this is going to be a ongoing thing throughout the day here, and then of course I do expect the tornado threat to ramp up as we continue to progress through the afternoon and into the evening here. So that being said here, just waiting. We're just going to be more or less waiting to see what happens next. Oops, I do not want to go back to that yet. Move this off to the side here. Actually, I know what I'm going to do here. Alright, so we got that locked on screen for now. We'll shift it as needed throughout the stream. All right. We're going to try to get some of these cameras set up over here towards Jackson and Alexandria for when things eventually start to unfold over here. Seems like I've already found something there. See if this works. Also, if you're just tuning in, make sure you're hitting that like button as well. Also hitting that share button if you could. That would help the channel a lot. If you're new around here, definitely hit that subscribe button. At least consider it. I see a fair amount of daytime heating right now over towards Jackson from what I'm seeing here. And this concerns me a little bit. simply because of the simple fact that this could become the hot spot today for severe weather. Seeing these little pockets of sunshine, you would think that they would be a good thing. It's a double-edged sword, really. But yeah, this is what we have going on right now in downtown Jackson here. So we're gonna have to be watching this location extra carefully with peaked interest here. All right. So at least we got that little spot locked in. Now we're gonna go ahead and look for a couple other areas here. Um, all right. See if we got anything in Alexandria here. Waiting on these to load up in the meantime here. Hopefully, like I said, the stream is going really for you guys here. I'm trying to navigate that as well because I've been experiencing a couple of buffers here and there myself. Let me check something real quick on this screen. Yeah, it looks like I'm struggling a little bit with the dropped frames here. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna see if I can't fix that. Trying to see what's going on over here towards Alexandria. It looks like the cameras might be actually out over there right now. Okay, so it looks like we got some DOT cameras over there. So we're set up now. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully this is working. Getting error messages on here. There we go. I think we're back. Okay. So we got our cameras in Louisiana as well now too. I think we're pretty much just set here. So if anyone wants to look at a particular area first, we can go ahead and do that. Because I think we still have a little bit of time before these storms are expected to still take off, like really start taking off here. Excuse me. All right. Trying to get this to work here. But this is over towards Louisiana. These are what we have at our disposal here. It's a heavy little pocket of snow over here towards Plainview that's starting to develop. To see exactly what we could be looking at our at our snowfall rate here. Not crazy rates right now, about maybe a tenth an hour. We'll still get some pretty decent accumulation out of it though. Here's the 6 hour accumulation at about half an inch right now, and probably more to go. Also have a mesoscale discussion for flash flooding over here towards the northern half of Mississippi here, towards Greenville, Tupelo, Greenwood, Yazoo City, and Columbus as well. So we have not only the threat for severe weather, but also the threat for some flash flooding to watch as well. Go ahead and get that out the way. Okay. Still fighting with signal issues, it looks like, as well. Okay, there we go. I think I might have it fixed. Uh, Sorry if the signal's poor right now. I'm trying to work on it. I think we're going to take a little bit more in depth of a look here. I'm going to switch radar modes here. I think there's a time for the Alexandria radar to be down. Heck of a time for that radar to be down. We might end up dealing with a little bit of a radar hole here in the next little bit, folks. All right, we're up to 9. Up to 9 likes. Okay, there we go. There we go. Maria, there hasn't been any 80 mile per hour reports from this. I'm sorry. Thanks for the sub, Marsha Perez. Appreciate you. Welcome. Welcome to the community here. Sorry, I'm not great with Spanish, so I'm actually trying to use Google Translate, which might be wrong. So I'm hoping I'm understanding it right. I used to have a mod on here that spoke Spanish, but I haven't seen him in ages. He'd usually be able to translate for me, so I'm just trying to work through it. I'm just not that good when it comes to Spanish. Not these days. I used to be better at it, but I'm so out of practice, it's not even funny. Yeah, there hasn't been any tornado warnings in over an hour or so. We're mainly just dealing with wind and hail now. There hasn't been any storm with the wind reading greater than 60. And even then, right now, based off of what I'm seeing on radar, I don't even think we're hitting 60 at the moment. And again, it's also kind of bad because we might have a little radar hole here. Alexandria radar is down, which is a bit worrisome. But right now, it doesn't look like we're getting above 60 in too many areas in general. So far, the highest gusts that I've seen recorded on radar right now are really more towards about maybe 40. Not even a 50 yet. And I don't even think, here's some 60s right here. But these also have to mix their way down to the surface because we're looking about maybe a couple thousand feet up, maybe a little bit less depending on topography. But yeah, for the most part though, I'm not too concerned at the moment with the damaging winds at this moment. But keep in mind, this is expected to go on for a little while here, so stay tuned here. I'm doing my best to relay the most accurate and most effective information possible here. Also, if anyone, I guess while we're just kind of sifting through and waiting to see what ends up happening with this, I know it's Super Bowl Sunday, and a few of you and at least one of you probably watches football, or American football, I should say. There's no discrimination between soccer or regular football, but still, if you're watching the Super Bowl today, let me know who you're pulling for in the chat. Or what you're cooking for the Super Bowl, because I know some of you may be having people over to watch the game. For those of you that are interested in it, we're actually doing birria tacos. First time we've ever tried it over here at this house. First time I've ever cooked them, at least. Going for KC, pretty safe choice. They've been consistent for, well, really years. The only quarterbacks that have actually beaten Patrick in the postseason have been Tom Brady and Joe Burrow. So, pretty safe bet, but I think Brock Purdy has a shot. That's really dependent on whether or not the lights get to him, I think. That's just my personal take on it. But I think it should be a really, really good game. I'm really hoping for a barn burner going down to the wire. Maybe the first half will be defensive battle, then second half we get a slugfest on offense. The thing is, with both teams having such stout defenses, I think we can get either or. It could be a low-scoring game. Well, now I'm doubtful of that. Too many weapons on both sides. Waiting to see these storms fire from the outflow boundary of this confluence setup right here. This main area, it's called a confluence band here from the MCS that we had earlier today. And what I'm anticipating happening here is this set of storms here will leave an outflow boundary. And then this little sector right here, which is in the orange here, our enhanced risk, that's when I expect things to kind of take off here once these storms can get going. The question is, do they mature? At what point will they mature? Because we get some activity over here right now. We're getting some activity over towards Alexandria, but it's rather light at the moment. No Patriots this year, so I'm going with KC. Okay. That's fair. I'm not going to lie. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing the 49ers do it. But really, I wouldn't have been surprised, honestly, if the Ravens had won that game last week, but they shot themselves in the foot too many times. Well, there were some missed calls by the refs. A lot of calls that were made were just stupid calls by the Ravens. They had too much emotion going into the game. Not that they're necessarily wrong for having those emotions, but you got to disassociate that from when you're actually out there on the field. I mean, I used to play myself, and while I never got anything like an NFL playoff game, obviously, you have to you can't let your emotions get the better of you, because then it clouds your judgment, and then you make stupid penalties like taunting and unsportsmanlike conduct, all that kind of stuff. You shoot yourself in the foot too much when you do stuff like that. I guess in the meantime, we can take a look at what we have going on over towards Lubbock and Plainview right now. We'll switch between the severe weather and the winter weather. Get this little trigger off of there. This little crosshair off of there. This is us looking at Amarillo right now. Hopefully I can get it to work. If not, we have more cameras available from that area too. Probably have to refresh it. Appreciate that, Daniel. Appreciate you watching. Means a lot. We'll probably be streaming during the Super Bowl because that's when the weather's really started expected to like pick up. So maybe even reacting to that all at the same time. Unless it's just like absolutely downright crazy, which it could be. I mean, Storm Prediction Center normally doesn't issue enhanced risk for nothing. So, I mean, not to say that there can't be a bust forecast. And this one very well could be. But typically though, when you see an enhanced risk, usually something big is slated to happen, or it's going to be really busy. So we're going to go ahead and go over to Amarillo and take a look at what we have going on right now. Oh, come on. Oh, we just had this up and then it decided to. There we go. We got it working now. So this is the view from Amarillo, Texas right now, where we have winter storm, where we had winter storm warnings. I think we've downgraded now to winter weather advisories. But snow's still coming down considerably over towards this area right now. They have done a good job keeping the roadways pretty clear right now. Man, we're struggling right now. A lot of drop frames. I'm still battling with some tech issues here for some reason. Internet's good, but I think we're just having trouble connecting the YouTube server at the moment. But as you can see here, it looks like they've done a good job of treating the roadways. Roadways still look pretty clear, which is good on their part. So for an area where you don't see snow a lot, I think they've managed pretty well. Might have enlisted some help from maybe Colorado or maybe even New Mexico. Yeah, maybe this site is taking up a little bit of bandwidth here. Might shut this one off for a minute if it keeps up. Let's try this camera out and see what we get. Looks like there's some ice on here actually. We also have Pampa, Texas over here, which we can look at too. It's pretty much across this whole entire panhandle here. It's snow. It's winter wonderland, right? It's winter wonderland. Not something you see towards Texas quite as much. It's a little bit more common a little further to the north. It can happen. It has happened in the past, but we could actually see about 6 inches of snow here before all is said and done for this region. Snow will probably be moving out towards the back half of the afternoon for these guys. But that's what the radar is looking like over there right now. Yeah, it looks like we're far from finished over here towards Amarillo. Pampa's starting to slow down a little bit though. See what the Oklahoma panhandle's looking like here. Looks like we are seeing the end of that snow that's wrapping around the backside of the storm system, and then eventually, as this moves further to the east here, we're going to start to see a changeover occur towards Elk City, and then eventually even Oklahoma City. You're staying outside of that winter storm warning, but you do have a winter weather advisory, so expect some effects to the road conditions here, but for the most part, I don't expect anything major to go on here. It's really going to be more so towards the south here, where we have this winter storm warning over towards Lubbock and Plainview. And then also the mesoscale discussion for increased snowfall rates over there as well. Going back over to where our severe weather is right now. We're over towards Greenville. And we're dealing with a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. One that's just to the southeast of Greenville here. I'm going to change back to high res here. See if we can get this to work properly. Because I don't know why it said high res, but we're on the winter radar. Storm looks a little bit more impressive here. There we go. Looks like we have a warning that includes $half size hail. So that's 1.25 inch hail here. We're going to go ahead and look at a couple of different radar modes here. Doesn't look like our vertically integrated liquid is too high, or VIL as we call it here. There's actually chat commands here to where you can actually like go ahead and get a look at some of the lingo that we'll use here on the channel in regards to the weather. All you do is type exclamation point VIL. All right. Here's where some of that hail is, and it's just to the east here of Rolling Fork. That takes me back to last year, because we were actually streaming when that happened. We were live trying to cover that, and also my internet was horrible at that time. But be on the lookout for some considerable hail here, and also some heavy rain over here between Rolling Fork and Yazoo City. Then this storm over here towards Greenville also looks like it's got some hail on it. And then also just to the north of Lumberton, Texas, here's another severe thunderstorm warning here. Hey Isaiah, what happened to your other account, dude? What happened to your other account? You were able to get in last night. Did you forget the password, or did you change it, or did somebody prank you and change it? Because that's happened to me before. I was livid when it did. Besides, I have no favorite mod. All of you are pretty cool to me, if I'm being honest. Also, could you do me a favor and check what the sub count is now? I haven't really had too much of a chance to look since I've started. Been battling some issues here with the stream signal here. Oh, brother. Hey, all of you are pretty cool. I'm very resourceful at times. Very useful. I appreciate it. So, no competition. All of you guys are awesome in your own ways. Ah, sub count 620. Oh, good start. Things are quiet right now, though. Well, not quiet, but I mean, there's severe thunderstorm warnings, but nothing of major significance yet. Waiting to see what this confluence band ends up, whether these storms form under this confluence band or not. There is a chance we might have been maybe an hour or two early. I was trying to catch that tornado warning earlier, especially since I missed all the stuff in the morning because I was feeling a little bit under the weather myself. But I had to take a little extra time to right the ship, so that way I could be here when it counts the most. Just mad about missing all the hail reports, especially. Yeah, last night's stream, I guess, kind of messed me up a little bit. Yeah, I agree, because it's crazy that the Alexandria radar site is down along with the New Orleans one. Well, I think New Orleans actually is back up. Yeah, New Orleans is back up, but but the one in I guess you would call this KPO or KPOE or KPO, that one's down. And that's a little bit alarming. Is there any reason why it's down? Does it state any reason why? Nope, not even a message from the operator. Daggone it, man. But this is a heck of a time to have that tower offline. But yeah, unfortunately, they're in that enhanced risk too, so. KLIX is down, or KLIX. I'm going to guess this is KLIX up here. I think we can make it work, though, with Jackson. With the Jackson site here. Between Jackson and, well, no, there is a little bit of a radar hole. It's going to be right here, right where Vince and Corey are. I think it'll be all right. I think we can make it work. It's just going to be a small little spot right here where we might run into a little bit of issue. Yeah, Lake Charles should between Lake Charles and Jackson, I think we'll still be okay. We'll be a little skimpy, but it'll work. Uh, Actually, gonna go ahead and take a look at what Jackson's looking like. Jose, I noticed a little earlier, and I haven't really gotten a chance to look at it on satellite, but I saw a couple of breaks in the clouds here and some sunshine, and that's concerning because we might get a little bit more destabilization out here. I mean, I'm especially concerned about that considering the fact that we were already talking about Kate being at about 2,000 joules per kilogram. So we're getting close to explosive territory here. So, oh dear. It's a decent bit of sunlight going in through there now. I'm gonna check the. I actually want to check what the surface temperatures are now. I'm very concerned about that though. I think a little later today. And maybe that's why that they kind of saw that jump there because they were anticipating the clouds starting to break a little bit. Let's take a look at Monticello. It's around that area too. There in Notches. I think we're drinking up a lot of bandwidth when we try to do this. I think that's when we start to really incur the signal issues. Not as much of a cloud break over here towards Monticello, but I think a couple areas still might be seeing a little bit of sunshine. You can see I saw like the tiniest little bit of a gleam off of these cars right here. Let's check out the news studio itself here. You can see intermittent peaks of blue in there. So that does give me a little bit of reason for concern there. If these storms end up missing over here, I think this is going to start to become more of a powder keg situation. In fact, let me go back over here and actually take a look at some weather model data here. On it's perfect timing because 18Z is just about the 18Z model run is just about finished. And we can look at satellite too. Just waiting on the satellite to load now. Oh yeah, I do see it. Okay. So this is what me and Isaiah are talking about over here, one of my mods. We're concerned about this area of clearing right here. And it's these storms that are over here towards the frontal boundary where we're expecting a little bit of an increase in action here progressively for the course of the next few hours. But yeah, particularly over here is where we're watching for some of the more powerful storms. With that destabilization, we'll look at some temperature observations as well. Go ahead and wait for this to load. I'd expect it to load a little faster. There we go. You can see that we're starting to get into that little warm pocket, and seeing the temps being in the 70s like that definitely gets my attention. We're seeing 70s over here, and that warm sector is going to push off to the east more. So with that, the moisture return. All right, I think we got it under control here. I think I figured out part of the problem. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, I'm starting to figure this thing out little by little. About a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to put two and two together. Sheesh. We need a stronger processor here. That's gonna be one of the next goal whenever we get to a point here with donations or what donations also can help. There is a way you can do that. Not obviously, definitely would help. I'll be coupled in with my own money that I make from the jobs that I do occasionally work now. I'm in a little bit of a work situation as well at the moment too, though. Oh, come on. What is going on here? Oh, come on, don't do me like that. Hey, Tom. Trying to keep my stream on right now. I'm having a lot of trouble with my I'm having a lot of trouble with the rig here. I don't know why we're not getting video to YouTube here for whatever reason. But I'm still here though. But it has been a while. Hope everything's going well up there in Illinois. We're looking at a pretty big setup over here towards Louisiana and Mississippi here. If we can keep things stable here, daggone it, we can keep things stable here, then we'll get to see it. Real problems here. Staying connected to the YouTube server. For whatever reason, we are really struggling. Oh my goodness, come on. Don't do that to me. Hate to do it. Turn off the PS4. Maybe that's what's going on. Daggone it. Sorry guys, just give me a chance to focus here. I'm gonna try to right the ship here. Okay, let's see if we get things stable here. We are pulling them. Come on. Okay. Alright, I think I figured out the problem here. Oh, maybe not. I don't know what's going on here. Oh no. That's awful, Tom. That is absolutely awful. I'll keep you in my thoughts here. I'll keep you in the thoughts and prayers here, man. That is absolutely horrible news. I really also hope that my computer can do this too. I just don't understand what's going on with my equipment right now. Well, I've gotten a little bit better at the techie stuff, folks. It's been a long, after about 2 years of doing this. managed to keep the stream. It's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle, but we'll get through it. All right, we're back. We stabilized everything. The thing about whenever this stuff happens, you got to jump on that real fast. And on top of that, I do almost all of this on my everything I operate from home here. I do it all by myself. I don't have like a tech team or anything. I am the tech team. Just amazing how much actually, like, you'd really be amazed with how much actually goes into this stuff sometimes. Very easy to lose sight of that. But enough about tech right now. Let's get back into things here. Get back into the groove, so to speak. So our number of severe thunderstorm warnings now is starting to drop at the moment. This MCS that we ended up seeing produce all of this severe weather here is now pushing off to the north and east here. The concern now is that this MCS, or confluence band as it would be now, is expected to set an outflow boundary, and these new storms will form off that outflow boundary, and this is where we could see those discrete cells in that tornado threat. Well, I started my channel 2 years ago. I started my channel in 2022, and I didn't start live streaming till about a year ago. So yeah, it's been a minute. I've learned a lot over these last 2 years about handling the tech part, and also even learning about the weather. Because I mean, truthfully, you never stop learning. Well, that's why I like it. Might as well take this meso discussion off of here because, well, the watch has already been issued at this point. Yeah, spring actually might be a busy time of year. Not necessarily for your area, but maybe for the Great Plains here. And we're still fighting errors right now. 1 second here. Dang, so much memory's being pulled right now. Daggone it. Trying to think, is there anything else maybe I could turn off or something? Try to help the signal a little bit. Or is it Streamlabs that's the problem? Because we're still dropping frames here. Thing is, my CPU is not that high. It's like less than 20. It's like less than 30% usage. That's what I don't understand. Maybe because it's the Super Bowl and people are watching all the coverage via streaming service, maybe? Hard to say. In any case, though, I'm just going to try to keep forging on here. Hopefully, we can keep this stream up and running consistently through the day. Ah, oh boy. Drink that water down too fast because we have a tornado warning out. It caught me by surprise. Oh, where's the siren at? All right, taking shelter. If you're over towards, what is this? B.A. Steinhagen Lake? That's quite a name. Shoot. You need to be taking shelter. If you're over towards Emily and Danby, you need to be taking shelter. Man, my computer is just not one to. It's not one to make it easy today, is it? Upgrade the computer and still not enough. Ain't that something? Maybe I should have restarted my computer before I did this stream. Hard to say. But this storm on radar is actually looking pretty impressive. Oh, Tom, I did see your comment there. Yeah, I did hear about it. It wasn't rated EF4 actually. In fact, they actually downgraded it from EF3 to EF2 now, unless they've changed something else. Because Milwaukee said something that's kind of still got me kind of confused, actually. Milwaukee, National Weather Service Milwaukee rated that tornado as EF3 originally because they saw a damage indicator for it, right? Then they downgraded it to EF2, even though they said that they still have an EF3 damage indicator. Technically, they're being awfully loud out here right now. They're being awfully loud out there. I'm sorry. It's kind of annoying. I mean, they know I'm out here streaming, but I don't have to talk at like TV volume at like 40 or something. But yeah, that storm actually got downgraded to EF2. But yeah, it's just the way they worded it because they said they were basically saying that we need at least 2 damage indicators to rate it in EF3 or whatever. It's weird. We do have a tornado warning right now, Isaiah. Yeah, Illinois had the most tornadoes last year. That was due in large part to the outbreak on March 31st last year. Is what we like to call 331. That was a crazy day. I missed the first part of that outbreak, and I still almost felt like at times I was drowning in tornado warnings. But yeah, we have tornado warnings. Well, 1 tornado warning. Let's go ahead and look at this on velocity. It actually looks pretty solid on radar. Let me get that off of there. Or get it out of the way at least. Maybe I need to reopen Radar Omega because it just seems like everything's just kind of moving slow, partially due to this. I thought I took off this meso discussion here. It won't let me It's crazy that they put the mesos up here to stay, but you can't click on them to read them. That's kind of crazy to me. Not gonna lie. But yeah, but anyway, our tornado warning. Here's our circulation right here. You can see the green and the red touching together. It's a pretty solid couplet. But it looks like it's already trying to fizzle out here. It could cycle though, so we do need to be on the watch for that. But yeah, pulse. It's like a little pulse scan right there. You saw it flare up, and then just as quickly as it did, it kind of fizzled out. Check and see if maybe we had a brief touchdown here. I don't think we did. Definitely looks pretty contaminated. They made the slight risk bigger for tomorrow. Oh boy. I do think there's a chance that they upgrade to an enhanced risk for some of that region there. I think it's going to be more so to the south, but there could be a secondary area. But there was a lot of, there's a fair amount of instability as well. I'm going to close Radar Omega out for a second here. Okay, there we go. Wow, it instantly fixed it. That's crazy. And the second we open it, it goes right back. That's crazy. What is going on here? Seems like Radar Omega is the problem today. I don't know why. We're going outflow dominant on this storm right now. Okay, there we go. We're not stable. This is frustrating right here, man. Yeah, there's a couple areas where we get up to about 1,000. Even then, about 700 is enough with the wind profile or the kinematics being as it is. Just constantly dropping frames. I'm just trying to figure out why. Internet connection's actually good. That's the craziest part about all of this. This makes zero sense whatsoever. See if it stays stable now, though. We tried to do a little something with that. I mean, even then, it's still not pulling that much. I just don't understand. I think it might be a YouTube connection thing. Oh, wow. We even got a severe thunderstorm warning now in Alabama here. It's from this little complex. Storms. Oh, this has a Tor Possible tag on it, too. To be fair, this is in that slight risk now. So that's something we're going to have to keep watch of. Hey, Baconator, you need to... can you go onto your regular account, dude? I am not going to acknowledge that name. That account name. My right funny bone. You clown. Lost it. You lost the plot. I know. This is weird saying that name, and I'm not going to read that aloud. There's no way. Come on now. Yeah, I've been having intermittent signal issues, man. I don't know what's going on here. I think I have it fixed, then I don't have it fixed. It's been a stressful little stream here to start out with. Just trying to maintain. I actually had to shut off my window that had all the cameras here, hoping that maybe the bandwidth was the issue, but I think it might be something else. Thought I saw another mesoscale discussion posted here. It was in blue, but I can't really see it. now. Now we're struggling again with that. I'm not sure what else to do. And of course, we have our tornado warning here as well. Oh, and there's another one now. Here we go. That's exactly what I was concerned about here. This second tornado warning right here is radar indicated. This is potential impact that would be Pickering. So if you're in those areas, if I mention your town, you happen to be watching this, you need to be taking shelter. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Oh. Give me 1 second here. Dang, Streamlabs is taking a lot of bandwidth too. I wouldn't worry about Discord right now. I'm trying to make them keep this stream running right now. I'm trying to figure out what's pulling so much bandwidth at the moment. Because I am struggling right now with YouTube. It's just not really signaling. It's not, the signal isn't really making it to YouTube easily. Like, we're fighting for it today. Like, last night was super smooth. Today, complete opposite. Winter storm warnings to the northeast now. Yeah, I see them now. This is including all of Boston. Good chunk of the New England area to the south now. We're probably going to be switching to full-on severe weather mode now from this point, though. Also, could one of you read what this blue mesoscale discussion is? I want to pull up Discord, but I'm not. I'm kind of scared to do it right now. I don't want to end up losing the stream here. Because we're having a solid one. I mean, everybody's been staying tuned in where they can at the very least. Okay, so this little storm complex to this along with these tornado warnings here. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is too. And then some of them are using YouTube as a streaming platform as well. So I think that could also play into it also. But I've also noticed that Radar Omega is pulling a lot of memory right now. More so than anything else that I'm using at the moment. Like about 1,000 megs, which is really which is a bit unusual, but not awful. But I guess given all the other elements, like you said, with people preparing to watch the Super Bowl, it's gonna be kind of tough. This could be one of those kinds of day. Baconator, I'm telling you, if this don't work though, don't say I ain't warned you. Stream data is losing data on the stream. Hey man, I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to keep refreshing everything. I'm just really hoping we don't lose it. Because of course this would happen while the action's picking up. So let's go ahead and take a look at these two storms here. So the ones that we're looking at, we have one towards Jasper, Texas, and the other one's towards Leesville. About half right, I would say, Isaiah. I think some discrete cells are possible as well. think it's going to be partially embedded supercells, maybe a quasi-linear mode, but I do think that there's actually potential for a couple of discrete cells, especially as we progress further into the evening. Like I was saying earlier, I'm going to go back to reflectivity so I can explain it a little bit. Really would love to try to go multi-regional here, but right now I'm really just trying to see if there's anything I can do to keep things stable on the stream. But this little MCS right here is supposed to act almost like a confluence band. It pretty much is a confluence band. And what will end up happening is that's going to form an outflow boundary, and then that outflow boundary is going to set off new storms to form along it, and these could be discrete. They may not be discrete, but they will have all the conditions you would need to maybe produce a few tornadoes. One thing that may work against it, though, it might be the amount of convection that we have as well, though. So, do we still have any sort of stream data right now? Okay, we're back under control for now. Put me through a freaking roller coaster here, man. And really, it's these storms that are forming along the frontal boundary here. We aren't even talking about what's ahead here. Then we still got to watch this one over towards Alabama and Grove Hill. This is what Jackson, Mississippi is looking like currently. Definitely starting to see some changes there. It's not that there's not funding with the radar. For some reason, like these little smaller radars just aren't being operated well. I see a lot of these radars not being maintained. That could be a funding thing. It may not be a funding thing, but that's political. You have to talk to your local and state officials there. Or more people have to talk to them in your specific state here. And we're just not, and I guess either not enough people are, or either the officials do not care. I'm not trying to accuse anyone of anything, but, you know, hey. Why is it that we always keep dropping frames, man? It's getting annoying. This is really frustrating. It's got me on pins and needles here. Yeah, it's really more so over towards these states where we'll have those radar issues. But yeah, the best thing to do here is to, if you live in a specific state where you're seeing those issues be more prevalent, just contact your local government, state government, maybe even federal. That's really the only option I can throw out there right now. All right, I'm not getting into it any further now. That's all I got to say for my little stint there. Baconator, we're not getting political here. Just letting you know. All right, enough about politics. Screw that. This is why I don't like getting into it, because it's going to get out of hand. I could feel it. And I don't want to have to clean up that mess. All right. Still dealing with currently 2 tornado warnings right now. Gonna go ahead and switch over to our velocity product. Take a look. I mean, there's a little evidence of rotation here again. I mean, it's been kind of pulsing in and out with this storm that's further to the west here. This other storm, it looks like it's trying to recycle as well towards Nilano. They're still getting their act together, but you can see rotation with this one towards the rear. Do it again.
It's fine for me right now.
Well, I get those notifications real time on Streamlabs, so that's part of it. That's part of the problem I have at the moment. Uh, da, 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 da. You eating something?
Huh?
You eating something?
No, I'm just being sort of quiet right now.
Oh. What, you're a little fidgety right now? Because I'll sometimes get a little fidgety during the stream. Sometimes I'll pop my knuckles, that kind of stuff. Honestly, it just happened right now, in fact. I just try not to do anything too noisy, not to upset anyone. All right, I'm gonna check that meso discussion real quick right here. That's in the blue.
Oh, that's like flash flooding, I'm pretty sure.
No, that's the green one.
Oh, well, I tried looking at the blue one and it was just flash flooding for me.
Yeah, for whatever reason, the green one doesn't really is the only one you can click on, which is kind of crazy to me. Look, scales that have just popped up here. It was that, but I wasn't entirely sure. Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I've lost my data. Okay, and now it's coming back. I feel like this thing's doing it just to mess with my head, man. That's not even cool. That's not cool. No, literally, I look away for a second because it's been kind of flickering on and off, showing excellent connection. The next minute, no data. Stream will end soon. Like, it's really annoying. Northern Mississippi, and now we're going to be potentially seeing one over here towards south central Alabama. I feel like it's a problem with Streamlabs more so than anything else. I don't know why Streamlabs is giving me so many problems, because this has been happening for a few streams now, honestly. Maybe it might be time to find another platform or something, another streaming thing to start out with. Another streaming software, I should say.
You ever tried OBS before?
OBS is like, I think OBS is expensive. You have to pay for OBS or something.
The few times that I've used it, it was fine for me. I didn't have to pay.
Shoot, I might be doing that then. Shoot, I might be doing that soon, because I mean, this is getting ridiculous right here.
I mean, I've been able to stream off of it for free.
Shoot, I'll try it. If this ends up going out on me,
Yeah.
best believe I'll be trying it. This is a pain right here.
It's a little confusing on how to, like, make or start stuff, I guess. But
shoot, I'll figure it out. Just like I figured out Streamlabs, I'll figure this one out no different.
like different display capture scenes.
As long as I can capture a screen or a window, I'll make it work. Because funny thing about Streamlabs actually is
Yeah.
that I can't capture. I can only capture one screen, and that's actually my screen to the right. If I try to do it on the left screen, it doesn't work.
Weird. Um.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've been noticing a lot of inconsistencies with Streamlabs lately.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have another window capture thing available.
Yeah, it keeps on trying to disconnect me. It's like the thing is
Mm.
trying to disconnect me. Like it's crazy. Yeah, Streamlabs does not have my stamp of approval. I think after this stream, regardless of what happens, we're gonna try and switch over to OBS. Because
Alright.
this is not giving me any sort of peace of mind. The main thing I'm concerned about is like the overlay.
Yeah. I
Like,
can send you a screenshot of what it looks like, I guess.
yeah, I mean that's fine. It's not a big deal. Oh, there. Oh, there we go. I was wondering what was going on. It wasn't showing my face. I forgot that I had changed it for a little while. When I went to get some water. I'm pretty much ready to be on this all day for the looks of it. From the looks of it here. With the way things are, I think we're only going to see an increase in action as we go through the next few hours here. And then eventually, we're probably going to be on earlier tomorrow. Would have been on earlier today, but I had like probably one of the worst headaches. I had a sinus headache so bad it felt like I was almost hungover, but I haven't had a drink in like nearly 2 months. Literally, my head was so stuffy, and I was spitting up a bunch of gunk. It was just awful. Thankfully, I was able to right the ship. So here we are for the moment, at least.
Alright, I sent a little screenshot on staff chat.
Nice. I'll check that out later on Discord. I'm also thinking of ideas for some videos on memberships. Might run some things by Kyle before I start working on that, though. Just to make sure, because I was thinking like kind of going into the mindset and the check down, the way I kind of check down the forecast in like rapid succession and that kind of stuff. Because the real goal when I make the forecast videos, is to mainly just kind of scan over the latest model data when it's fresh. Because I don't like to be in that little model cusp that I keep talking about, where I'm in between new model data coming in and the video, and I'm trying to do a video based off of that. Because that next run could literally be the complete opposite of what I was seeing on the run, on what I was seeing on the run that I'm doing the video for. It can be a headache sometimes. But yeah, but I think I'm gonna check with Kyle on my check down list just to make sure that he and I are kind of on the same page with that, and see if maybe I need to revise a couple of things. All while at the same time being a little bit more efficient. This thing still seems like it's trying to wrap up over here towards Simpson. It's got a good bit of lightning with it as well. Right there, can type pretty fast too, huh? I hear you clacking on that keyboard there.
Ugh. Oh, let me turn noise suppression. Sorry.
No, no, I'm just saying that sounds like you can type pretty quick now. That's a
Yeah.
good skill to have. Yeah, something's up with my computer right now. Wait, there we go. There we go. Now we're seeing what we need to see. Tornado threat. Hatch risk at 10. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at let's look at velocity with this storm right here. One thing that's a little bit more of a reassuring sign of it trying to get going is for not only this couplet, but also the amount of lightning right outside of Leesville. So why did you fail your math assessment, Isaiah? Can't be focusing too. You gotta focus on your schoolwork, man. It's not good. It's not good at all. I'll be right back. I smell something weird. I'm gonna investigate that. I hope that's not in our house. It smells like something's burning. All right, back. Okay,
Burned
something's
down.
cooked. This something was someone was cooking something. It didn't burn or anything. It just had an odd smell to it. But did I miss anything? Okay. What do you need help with in math? Maybe I don't know if I can necessarily help. It's been a long time since I've been in grade school, but I wasn't bad at math when I was there when I was in it. I was pretty strong at math 1 and 2. Math 3 was a little tougher though. But that's high school, of course, though. Anyway, I'm seeing a little bit more impressive look on this couplet here. I'm a little I'm a little bit more intrigued by this, maybe even a little concerned. Should we maybe go split screen with this one?
I don't think it's buffered for a while, so I'm gonna give it a shot.
It seems like it kind of wants to bow out, but it also really looks like it's trying to organize here. Oh, this is actually Alexandria here. Maybe we could try and get a camera. I mean, I had a website to it. It's just, the whole buffer fully matured yet. And there goes the error messages again. Here we go. Yeah, it seems like it's trying to get going. Seems like there's some inflow trying to get in there, but also it's just like it's not an even battle. It seems like the outflow is trying to win out. I don't know. Storm could do it, may not do it. Right now, I'm still thinking we might be leaning towards it not. At least at the moment. Maybe there's another radar site we could look at. It'd be really nice if, well, it's pretty much on top of that radar site. Well, wait, there's Shreveport. There's like 1,000 weather reports right there, so it's gonna be hard to click on it. There we go. Yeah, it's not the greatest view either, but we'll make it work. Got up to 20 likes, or 19 likes. I mean, it's still been a good video, a good stream, but still, struggles have been real. It seems like the inflow is trying to get going. I don't know. It's just kind of hard to tell with this little blotch right here. Next radar site is too far away because that's all the way over towards Jackson. We're staying moderately stable. I think I'll give the Alexandria camera a shot here, possibly. Oh wow, they put up a hatch risk for hail now too. They have the Storm Prediction Center up still, but they have a 30% hatch for hail now. So I guess we need to do one of those hail polls as well now. Also, you guys missed the intro of the stream here. And it's more significant for you, Begginator, because you know what I did? I played it. Played the whole thing.
Music though, we're gonna start that cast.
Okay, there we go. All right, let me see what road this is on here. It's on 28. All right, hang on a second here, you guys. I'll be right back again. All right, back again. Yep, I played the whole entire theme. I don't know if it's the finished version or not, but hey. I'm glad you like it. That's what we're going to probably start playing more of. We're going to probably start playing that from now on, so that way we can avoid copyright. But Still have other songs to write. Other songs I'm working on. Other song ideas I'm trying to cultivate here. When the weather, with the weather starting to become more active, though, that's going to be a little bit more tricky. So I still got to take care of this up here just as much as I have to take care of my physical body. That was by design. That was by design.
Oh,
Yeah, at the start though, it was supposed to be amp feedback. It was actually supposed to be a little bit more feedback than that, but it turned out okay. That was something. The way I actually ended up having to pull that off was I actually had to legitimately mic up my amp in order to do it, because the way I use my recording, the way I record the guitars most of the time is using the an audio out jack. I plug that up to a preamp, and then the preamp's plugged up to the computer. But I get amp playback through my speakers. So yeah, it's a pretty crazy process, but it's an effective one. It's a process I kind of enjoy. But then after that, it's all about trying to play everything on time and all that other stuff. That's when things get crazy, especially the transitions.
wait, why does me typing fast matter? Why did you point that out?
It's a good skill to have, trust me. It'll help you down the line with any sort of job you end up getting, or just being able to navigate the computer quickly. Navigate the internet. Like let's say you ended up getting a job at the National Weather Service, shifting from screen to screen, pulling up all the info that you would need to pull up. If you're able to type a good 35, 40 words a minute, it's a, it's a good skill, trust me. I have it.
I can type way faster than.
Most I've ever done maybe is about 45 a minute. I'm not the fastest typer on the planet. My fingers are really long. I have really long fingers,
I can
so
type.
yeah. What were you saying?
I can type like a solid like 70 words per minute if I want to.
God dog, man. I wish I could do that. Shoot. No, you know how much better life would be? Shoot. So I'm trying to find a camera over here that's gonna show right where this storm is gonna be heading. This looks like this is maybe heading towards 71 here.
Oh, wait.
So it might go just to the north of town. It's towards I-49.
I could type a lot faster, except this laptop is so crappy. Every like word that I try and type is like delayed.
Dang. Be able to type so fast,
Yeah.
you end up being delayed by the computer. I'm just kidding. I know. Probably the processor is the issue.
Yeah, it has like 4 gigabytes of RAM.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can relate because
Yeah.
that's what. Remember that old laptop I had before I got this set up? That's what I was using. I had 4 gigs worth of RAM, so trying to get Radar Omega up along with Streamlabs, absolute nightmare.
Yeah. I have like 32 gigabytes of RAM to like the left of me, just on my desk. Except because it's a laptop, I can't put it in.
Yeah, you have to go through a pretty crazy process to do that. Yeah, cause my
Yeah,
my
and
sis.
and it's for the actual computer that I'm building. So
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know if we got any views here. The storm looks awfully messy too, and then on top of that, I think if this did end up trying to produce, it's more than likely going to be rain wrap, but I don't think it's doing anything right now. But this is what we have going on basically. Just one tornado warning. Maybe the potential for a new severe thunderstorm watch a little further off to the south and east.
I'll be right back.
All right. Hopefully we'll still be here. Seems like we've been moderately stable.
Alright, I'm back.
That was quick.
Sorry, my cousin called me asking if I wanted to play Overwatch.
What, you want to? I mean, it won't hurt my feelings.
No.
Not really.
He's sort of, like... His, like, matchmaking ranking is so bad that, like, every time I play with him, like, I'll get, like, 40 kills, and then our team will have, like, 10.
Oh.
Yeah, I have fun playing with him, except it just gets, like, so not fun.
It's too easy?
Too easy, yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies.
Yeah.
I'm Master Prestige on that.
I don't know what that is, but nice.
It's Call of Duty basically, but they have a zombies mode for Modern Warfare 3. Towards the last few years, I've been more of a zombies player.
You should get Overwatch.
I'll get to it when I can get my financial situation a little bit more stable. Things are kind of rough right
It's
now.
free.
It's free? Is it on PlayStation?
Yeah.
It is? Okay. I'll be looking into that.
Sure.
I'll be looking into that after the stream. Maybe we'll even get to play
Yeah,
online.
free to play.
Maybe we'll even get to play online. Thing is, I only have a PS4.
Yeah, it's free on PS4.
Okay, bet. That'll be a nice little change of pace once I finish getting all the schematics on zombies.
Yeah.
If you do end up getting Modern Warfare 3 though, let me know. I'll help you through zombies.
Okay.
Kyle said at one point he was
Do you know is that on Steam?
considering getting it. Huh?
Do you know that if that's on Steam?
Yeah, it's on Steam. It's the newest Call of Duty title, so if it's not on Steam, then Steam's making a huge mistake. But it can sometimes be a little bit sketchy on there, on a PC though. So just a fair warning.
Yeah, there's no chance that my little laptop is running it, so
Oh yeah, you probably aren't playing that anytime soon then. Might as well not even
not
bother.
for a while.
Might as well not even bother because that game's like $70 anyway. So don't even bother with that. I mean,
You
it's
need to
cool.
save up like $400 for the computer, so
Yeah, just so you can even have a shot at running it. And even then, that's not necessarily a
I
shoe in.
can send you the build that I'm.
You said what?
If you really wanted to, I could send you the build, but you're streaming right now, so
Yeah. Essentially. Yeah, essentially, I'm kind of tied up at the moment. Really, beyond that, well, that storm just lost its tornado warning, and I'm seeing a little bit of crap vection right now. And this is all in the zone where a lot of the big stuff's gonna happen. So, huh? I'm waiting to see what this will do here. Probably will go to like 5:30 at the bare minimum, and just kind of see what this does here. Cause we'll be running out of room here in a little bit, and then once we get further to the east here, we'll be shifting back towards hail. And then
Oh
after,
God.
huh?
I said like the place that I was gonna get like my video card from, it like went up a crap ton. Like the price is being sold by like wait what? Okay, I don't know what's going on. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good, dude. Oh, well, I can tell you what's going on now. Those holiday sales are over. That's what that is. Once those
No, it was before this.
huh?
It was before the holiday sales and stuff. It's
Like you?
actually higher during the holidays.
Oh, so they bumped it up even more now.
Yeah.
Must
Except I don't need RAM because I have.
must be a really popular part then that you're getting.
It's a Rise or actually, Radeon RX 6800.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, those are pretty popular. I know about those.
Yeah. Probably gonna not get a 6800 if it's $400 though.
Mm. Is it just one particular part that you're getting that's $400?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It make like the whole price go up from like I think 1,000 to like 1,300.
Sheesh. Man, I want to do a PC build really bad, but that's the kind of stuff that pushes me away from it right there. So I'm like, man,
Yeah, for sure.
like literally, that's over half my rent between all three of us in the house together. That's over half of it. That's crazy. Like I haven't bought a guitar in almost what, maybe like almost 5 years now.
Oof.
And none of my guitars have costed more than like 350 or 400. Like I've never had a guitar cost over 500. I've never bought one that's costed over 500. And there's one guitar in particular that I've been looking at, and I'm hoping it's still available. It's a Dean guitar. It's like 430 right now. Probably might have gone up, or it might be off the catalog now because they rotate theirs pretty often. But yeah, I want another ML that's shaped just like the silver one that I got. So that way I have a backup that doesn't have the tremolo arm. Because that guitar, it's a bit of a pain to try and take care of that one. Like trying to change the strings on that's pretty rough. The heck?
That was my dog.
I thought that was you making that noise.
I don't know why you.
I think they might be
Yes, they
taking
would.
it out a part of this tornado watch here in just a second. Oh, it's still there. I couldn't resist. I ended up having to look. It's still the same price. Man, I need to hurry up and get that.
How much is it?
It's 429. It's a really good looking guitar though. Good specs on it too. And then on top of that, it's not a Floyd Rose. It's a really cool shape. I'll send it
Oh
to
my
you on
God.
Discord. Why not? And I'll go ahead and look at the screenshot for OBS while I'm at it, since we don't have a tornado warning anymore and only 5 people are watching. The things that I got to do to keep myself entertained. All right, let's go ahead and look in staff chat. Oh, I've seen this before, OBS. Yeah. Some of my favorite YouTubers watch this, like those outside of weather in particular. I don't know if Matt Hafey from Trivium uses it. You know he has a Twitch, right? Because he's actually a nerd.
No.
But yeah, Matt from Trivium is actually like a pretty big time Twitch streamer and a gamer, actually, as well as a musician. So I'll try and send you to his Twitch link because I'm pretty sure you would love it. Because he actually plays Overwatch.
Wow.
He plays Overwatch. He plays Valorant,
Valorant.
or Valorant. I don't know how. I've never really figured out how to pronounce that name right. But he does a lot of gaming. Eventually, that's what I want to do on my second channel, especially as time goes on. If I can,
Which one? The one with your actual name?
the one with my actual name, yeah. Yeah, I'd love to do some gaming. I'd love to do some streaming on there along with music. Kind of would be more of a personal channel.
What was I thinking? Okay, so
King
my
nothing.
estimated wattage for the computer is 395 watts, and my power supply is 850.
Yeah, that's the guitar I want. There you go. Yeah, it'll be the first guitar that I have that's red, because I have a bunch that are black. I have one that's blue, and then I have the two silver burst ones.
Should give me a guitar.
For what?
I don't know, being a moderator or admin, I guess.
What guitar
You know
would
that
if I listen?
evens out being a guitar.
Listen, if it's possible, I'll do it. I'll get you a fresh one.
No, I'm good.
I'll
You
get
can
you.
actually play them. I can't.
Would you believe that once upon a time I couldn't either? You just have to put in the time, man. If you really enjoy it, then you know. But I was an angsty little, I was an angsty little something back then, back in the in the high school days. So I guess that's why metal worked out for me. So it worked out for me to such a point, you know. Because you gotta have that. You gotta have a little bit of that dark side to you.
For sure. I'm gonna be right back. I was playing Overwatch with my cousin yesterday, and some dude kept swearing us out, and we reported him, and apparently he got banned.
What, did he find your account
I'm
and
gonna
start
go
like
check that
messaging
out.
you? What, he found your account and started messaging?
No, it was on voice chat in front of me.
Oh wow.
No, he literally just was swearing us out in voice chat. Sort of stupid.
That was really stupid. Yeah, that was really stupid. But hey, that's on him.
Constantly dropping a lot of slurs. Yep. Alright,
Wow.
I'll be right back.
All right. See you in a minute. Alrighty, y'all. I'm waiting to see what's next, just like the rest of you. We are seeing an increase in severe storms here with this MCS right here. I'm impressed, honestly, with how well this one's held up. In a little bit here, we're going to see this hit Starkville and Columbus. And Actually have a little bit of concern with damaging wind potential because it has a nice little feature on nice little look on the reflectivity feature. We'll go over to velocity and kind of see if we can validate that or not. It looks like we have something there. Like right on the leading edge of it, we could get some 60 mile per hour gusts here. So, especially on the southern end, so maybe not so much Starkville, even though there could be some stronger storms over there too. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Louisville over here and maybe even Philadelphia getting into the action here with the severe storm. I would anticipate a severe thunderstorm warning possibly being issued for your area within the next 10 minutes or so.
You ever played a Rocket League before?
No, but my nephew is trying to get me to play it.
Mm, I play with him.
Huh?
I play with him. I don't know how old he is, but
He is 12. It's crazy to think he's grown up so fast. But
yeah,
things have been kind of weird around his household right now, and that's a long story that I don't really want to get into,
want to get
sadly.
in.
But hopefully, I get to interact with him more as he's growing up. That's all I'll
But
say.
no,
Huh?
if you ask him, I'll give you like my little epic thing for Rocket League, and we can play together if he wants.
He doesn't have his own account. That's the thing. I'm like, I don't.
No,
Like I said, it's a long story. I don't necessarily want to share that on stream.
yeah,
If
no,
anything,
you're
I
fine.
might tell y'all about it on Discord. Only the staff will know though, if I even choose to discuss it, because it's not a situation I care to talk
Yeah,
about because it's very unpleasant. I'll put it that way. Anyway, though, back to the weather.
yeah. No, you're fine if you don't.
I think that we got a nice little squall line that's developed over here towards Starkville and areas to the south here. Go ahead and switch back over to reflectivity and go split screen again so you can see it. That's got a pretty good signal to it, if I were to say so myself, right? Wouldn't you agree?
I'm not even green.
Look at that. Ackerman in particular, areas to the south, I think, are going to have the strongest winds here. In fact, let me see if I can pull up
Oh yeah.
Starkville. Okay, so we might have a Skycam available here, because this might be at Mississippi State University. Okay, we do not. I think right now we're just getting still shots. Yeah, we don't have any live shots. Wait, maybe we might have something else here. Wait, wait a minute. I think I might have pulled it off here. Yep, we got it. This is Starkville here. It looks like we're looking off to the west here. It looks pretty dark. And this is right at Mississippi State University on the sky cam here. So we'll eventually end up seeing these storms roll in the next little bit here. I'm just glad we have a view though, finally, of something for the first time in a while. And we're stable right now on the connection. We've been stable for a good 20 minutes, the best we've done since the start of the stream. I'm just glad things are leveling out with that. Also, I'm noticing that we're going to start to get some rainfall over towards my area in a little bit. Check out that real quick while we're at it. I think this little complex of showers and storms is eventually going to sneak into my area in the next little bit. So heads up, Atlanta, we're going to get some we're going to get the increase in decibels here in a little bit. So welcome change for me, because I've been looking for a thunderstorm for a good while. It's been pretty quiet here for a while. Almost halfway tempted to try and play a little guitar on here, but I don't think I'm going to. Because I've been practicing.
Why not?
Well, because I haven't really been practicing any covers that I can play on here. Plus, I could also get copywritten for trying to play covers, even if it's a cappella. But I'm not ready to reveal the other stuff that I've been writing as well. Well, nah. I have to be warmed up for that one, and I haven't played in a couple of days. I've been really busy. So I'm gonna hold off for now. I will hold off for now.
Ooh.
Hey, if you saw the lick that I was actually like playing, that I actually have written, you'd quickly see why. And well, really more so just how fast that I play it. And it's not even that it's super fast, it's just a lot of movement. If it wasn't for that, I would be willing to play it. And then on top of that, if I show that and I show how to play it, somebody could actually steal it too. That does happen, actually. It doesn't happen to me, and I'm trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
But eventually, I'll get around to, like, once I get the rights to the, once I have the rights to my song, Clouds. Well, that's what I'm naming it. The song is As the Clouds Draw Near. But once I get the rights to that, I might do a playthrough and post it on YouTube. Probably on the other channel, though. But I'll do like but that's where the little animation video comes in for this channel, because I'm gonna try to do something really crazy with that. Try to get like a whole tornado forming, like the whole seeing the whole process of the tornado forming from like basically cumulus all the way to cumulonimbus, all that stuff. Some really it's seems like some pretty intricate stuff. It's gonna be kind of difficult to make, but I'm gonna try and see if I can do it myself. If not, I'll try and recruit some help.
Yeah.
Man, just hate that we're not really seeing a whole lot right now, even though that's probably a good thing. Because there's going to come a point this year where we're going to be like, oh, dear God, make it stop.
Yeah.
I'm sure that, yeah, just like, I hope we don't see anything like a 331 again, because you don't see that, you aren't supposed to see stuff like that often. That might be a once every 20, 30 years, if even that. I think that event was maybe once every, well, hard to believe that it's only been about 15 years since the, well, not even 15 yet. Only's been really 13, almost 13 years since the super outbreak. And it hasn't even officially been 13 yet. We still got a couple more months to go before we hit that. And already we had a super outbreak within 10 years, just after 10 years of that. Because, I mean, think about it. The super outbreak of 74, then the super outbreak in 2011 was like maybe about 40 years. It surpassed that one. Then the next like major outbreak was 331, which was not even 12 years removed, maybe more like 11. Because 331 is not April 27th, is before, of course, April 27th. So it's crazy. I think that we have had such an uptrend in weather over the years.
Not really a good thing at all.
Oh, it's not. That's why I said it. That's why I said it's just crazy to think that we've already seen so much activity. Oh, here's a severe thunderstorm with a tour possible tag with it. Doesn't look all that good though on velocity here. Let me see if there's another radar I can look at or something. Oh, that's right. That 50-mile-per-hour report is like right over the station. Come on, Shreveport. Yeah, it doesn't look like much of anything, really. It's probably a point where it started to look decent. Yeah, that inflow notch is gone. Like, gone. So, for now, it looks like this one isn't posing an immediate threat. Anyone tuning in for the first time this evening, even though there's a few of you still here, we're still watching for the threat of some severe storms here. We do have an enhanced risk issued today over here. This is mainly in effect for central Louisiana here and south central Mississippi. The threat for all hazards are possible here, including maybe a couple of tornadoes. Things have stayed rather calm at the moment. The way the convection has been right here, it's been kind of inhibiting the storms here. So let's hope this continues and this ends up being a bust. But if not, we will be here and we will be ready to cover any extreme weather that may unfold here. We mainly have severe thunderstorm warnings right now. No tornado warnings at the moment. There hasn't been any for a while now. A little over an hour. Or not over an hour, probably about maybe 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer.
Saying discussion that it's going to take a while for the storms to mature.
You said what?
It's going to take a while for the storms to actually like mature and stuff.
Yeah, it's certainly seeming that way. HRRR kind of showed something a little bit better towards this time frame. I was really thinking the main event was going to be a couple hours from now.
I might hop off here for a little bit. Just send me a message if like stuff starts to pop off or something. I'll get back on.
Sure thing. Shoot,
Alright.
I got half a mind to play the zombies. That'd be so messed up to do that on stream though. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of, huh?
It's your stream. Do what you want.
I mean, that's true. Just, I don't want to feel disingenuous as if I don't care or anything like that. That's all.
Yeah. It's just like there's nothing happening that's really notable.
But yeah, the zombie matches are usually about 45 minutes to an hour though, so I don't want to get too caught up playing that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because
I've played zombies before, like once at my cousin's house, and I sucked at it. Why are they so hard to kill? Like I'll hit it like 10 times with a headshot, and it's like Still running at me.
Well, it depends on the rarity of your gun. Like if you have a common weapon, for example, you're not gonna do much damage if you go into a higher threat zone. You have to get like an ether tool in order to increase the rarity, and if you increase the rarity, you increase the damage. Then of course, pack-a-punch also helps increase the damage. But that's why you do the contracts, so that way you can upgrade your gun. Because also, not only do you get the money to upgrade your gun and pack-a-punch it, more often than not, when it comes to weapon rarities and the ether tools, you'll get those from completing the contracts in the reward rift. So yeah, and then on top of that, once you get going with zombies, you can stow some of the better tools in the acquisition stash, or the pack-a-punch crystals, that kind of stuff. You can set yourself up for the next match, basically, instead of just losing everything after the match ends.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty well set up. In fact, I could probably even go to the Dark Ether, but that would extend the match time too, so kind of in a tough spot with that. But also, like I said, I've been grinding on that game pretty heavy over the last few months. So I'm at like I said, I'm Master Prestige on there pretty much, or Prestige 4.
Pretty high.
Yeah, so not only am I pretty high, I've unlocked like a lot of schematics and stuff. I've beaten all the story missions and whatnot, or at least what's available for right now. So like literally, there's only a few schematics that I'm missing, and I got to go into the Dark Ether for that.
Better get to grinding then, Ty.
Huh?
Better get to grinding that game then.
You mean finish grinding that game? I've been doing the only reason I haven't gone into the Dark Ether is because it's not very solo friendly. I'm mainly a solo zombies player. Very rarely do I really get to play in a squad. I don't necessarily like playing with randoms because a lot of them don't know what they're doing.
Like me.
Like, what do you mean, who?
Me.
Oh, like you. Okay. That's a little bit more understandable. I mean, you said you don't know, but at least you admit it. Some of these other guys don't want to. But yeah, like as far as playing with randoms, I just don't like having to worry about them. I just like being able to do my own thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if I know the person and I've played with them before and they're good, I'll send them a friend request, that kind of stuff. But more often than not, I just usually run solo. But in order to go into the Dark Ether, I need one other thing, but I'd have to go in there just to get it, and hopefully I would get it out of there because it's not a guarantee. Then I would also have to hope that someone would be nice enough to drop it for me, but it's a super rare item. It's not something that people are just gonna drop too quickly. So yeah. Uh-oh. Is that? No, I was about to say, is that one tour possible? But yeah, that's pretty much the deal. What I got going on outside of that. At least as far as my gaming life is concerned, at least.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna hop off here.
Have fun. I'll let you know if something goes off or not.
Alright, sweet.
Later.
Later.
Well, folks, that was Baconator. We're just, like I said, we're in a quiet period right now. We're just kind of waiting to see what happens next. This kind of thing can sometimes happen during severe events where you end up seeing a break in the action. And it looks like that's what's going on now. However, I'm not letting my guard down here. I do think that there is potential for a few changes to occur here. I think somewhere around here we may start to see some storms begin to take off a little further out ahead of this line here. And also to go ahead and take a look at satellite while we're at it here. Because there's still an area where things have relatively remained untapped here. We'll pull up a satellite to kind of show what we have going on here. So just give me a second there. Just glad that things have stabilized with my signal at the moment. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. Just when I thought it stabilized. Here's what we have going on at the moment. If I can get this to stabilize. I think we're okay now. I think we're okay now. But this is what we have going on with satellite right now. I'm trying to see if we can maintain this little clearing right here. If we can get that clearing to continue and get some daytime heating, I still think that we have a grand opportunity for maybe some severe storms here along this corridor. This is going to be where that front is, right here. So we still got a decent warm sector here. If we look at temperatures, I mean, it's still rather impressive at the moment. Dang it. Temperatures right now over towards this region, it looks like we're getting into the mid 70s here possibly. So we have plenty of that. We still have a good moisture return over this section here. Got some mid 70s in the dew points here further off to the east here. So I don't think we're done. Not by a long shot here. And if we look at some model data here, we're going to go to HRRR. We're going to go to some severe weather parameters here. It's a good measure of our instability right here. It's the CAPE, or convective available potential energy. We're sitting right at about 2,000 joules per kilogram here. Oh, I don't have it in loop. Let's go ahead and fix that. Next couple hours here in particular piqued my interest here. Mainly looking like East Louisiana might be the spot for the most unstable atmosphere. But over here towards south central Mississippi, it still looks like a point of interest too. Then beyond that point, we maintain that instability pretty well as we get into the evening and overnight hours here. So like I said, this is probably going to be a pretty long stream. And then if we go towards tomorrow, we can just go back a couple frames here, let this load, and we'll go from there. That instability, like I said, it really holds up well throughout a good chunk of the day tomorrow. Like I said, towards south central Georgia or west central Georgia might be a point of interest for me. And then eventually we do see that what looks to probably be a line of storms based off what I'm seeing here. Oh no. Seriously. Also got a fly in here. What the hell? Okay, we got something back. I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing. Jeez. We got pretty good bulk shear here for right now. And it does kind of ramp up as we get later towards the evening. Especially as we get towards 6, 7 o'clock. And then after that, it looks like we start to see that transition off to the east. And then the same thing exists for tomorrow morning into tomorrow afternoon. Kinematics are really good for tomorrow in particular. So, like I said, still have a good setup. It's just right now things are at a little bit of a slow period right here. By no means are we necessarily done. That being said here, we'll go ahead and take a look at the reflectivity product here. Those last couple ones you just saw me kind of nerding out there. Look at all that action. Let's pick that we'll pick up here. That the reflectivity picks up on here. But see right here towards 22Z, this is a couple hours from now. This is when things are going to start to pick up once again here. And we could even look at the latest HRRR here, and we'll probably see something similar to this still. Then as we go through the evening into the overnight hours, this is when things get kind of crazy here. Get an early round, and then here's our second round across the southeast. And we go on from that point. There it is right there, 22 to 23Z. There it is again, that same signal. Not much has really changed, just the timing has changed. Trying to see where that daggone fly went. We see some chances for some overnight storms over here as well, which is kind of concerning. Then as we go forward here, we see this mess once again. So like I said, we're not done. We aren't done at all. Really, it seems like we're just waiting for the real start. It's going to be, like I said, probably a couple hours from now. I'm going to step away for a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Oh, I had my mic on mute. I'm sorry, guys. I am sorry about that. I am really sorry about that. It's kind of embarrassing. Alrighty then. Still have that tornado possible tag on there, but I haven't seen anything that really gives me an indication of it producing, being upgraded or anything of the like. I mean, I can look at multiple radar sites and just not really much in the way of rotation there. Then again, the picture's a little bit sketch right now, but yeah, if it's rotating, it's very weakly and very broadly. Excuse me. Let's see if this even. Yep, Monroe radar site is down. Ugh. Not ideal. Not at all. Not at all ideal. Those guys are still just sitting there, just waiting for these storms to get going. Vince and Corey here. Maybe a little later we'll get to see something on stream from them. Mainly from Corey. The other day here, Vince actually had a tornado get pretty close to his house here because he actually lives in Wisconsin. It was a pretty nerve-wracking time for him, but thankfully his home was spared. But see a tornado go through your own town and you're chasing it's probably pretty surreal. Can't imagine what he was feeling. Excuse me. I might fool around on some zombies real quick while I'm playing. While we're waiting here. Let's keep an eye on things. I'm just keeping an eye on things. Just trying to really pass the time here, honestly, at this point. For those of you that still are watching. Alright. Trying to think of what I could do in the meantime for y'all. Trying to think if there's any sort of way that I can keep you guys entertained here while we're all waiting, really. We're all in this together at the end of the evening. I guess I'll just take a little break, I suppose. I'm back. I'm still here too, but you know, it's been quiet for a while now, so I've kind of been just chilling for a little bit. I really think the back half of this event's gonna be more so towards. I think the back half of this event is my brain is working. The back half of this event is going to be more intense. I think later in the evening. We saw a lot of activity early though too, which is why I ended up getting on. Still, I'll be checking back in momentarily, but I'll play a couple more things real quick. Uh, about out of stuff. Probably gonna get a copyright claim on one of these. Can't even find him anymore. I think that's. One second. Okay, there we go. It's the last one we'll play for now, and then we'll get back on here for a little bit. See if anything's changed outside of the giant marginal risk not marginal, but the giant mesoscale discussion they've had for the flood threat here. Yeah, I'm still here though, just letting you all know. Alright, I'm back now. I was actually trying to cook for before the game starts. And it's been almost 4 hours since I started this stream, so trying to make some birria tacos. Never something I've never tried before, so you know it's kind of a process. Right before I started the stream, we actually got everything kind of we had to let everything marinate for a little bit. And then there's actually some stuff that we're sneaking over to the store for to get. Hopefully things will have calmed down enough to where it won't be a big problem since, it's Super Bowl Sunday and everybody's out right now. But since we're back now, we haven't had too much change here. We just have a huge mesoscale discussion here, which is discussing the flood threat here. It's not really surprising given the nature of the storms here. I guess really for right now, we'll shift maybe over towards the wintry side of things. Because, things have been moving kind of slow on the severe weather side. I do think that there's still a chance things could pick up. But, we'll have to wait and see. You had a birria burrito? Or birria burrito? Yeah. Okay. Was it good? Because I think it's the first time I've tried to make it. I might have had it before, but I'm not entirely sure. I got a pretty cool recipe that I ended up finding off of social media that seemed legit. Could probably and then on top of that, also since my family has issue with high blood pressure, we're trying to cut back on the salt a little bit too. I'll check on the Discord thing in a second here. I'm gonna switch over to winter weather radar. Oops, not velocity, winter weather. I think that's almost force of habit right there. Alright, looks like Amarillo is finally out of the worst of the snow here. They're just about done. Still got Lubbock in the action though. And heavier snow is really about to start for them. Did you hear any of the music while I was away by chance? Yeah, the HRRR seems to want you guys to get slammed there. I saw a little bit of it earlier when I looked at the 18Z run. Yeah, HRRR has y'all getting slammed big time. Well, not as many views as yesterday on the stream, but hey, everyone's been watching over 10 minutes. That's the average view duration. Appreciate that, y'all. Check the temperatures. Check the surface temps. Is that thunder I hear in the background over here towards my area? 6 inches of snow. Well, that's it becomes a lot stronger of a system in my from what I was looking at once we got past like Monday morning. Like that pressure really starts to drop on that joker. So it actually wouldn't surprise me if y'all got a decent little whopping of snow there. Yeah, it sounds like there's some thunder in my area. There's not much going on here. Maybe I'll take a quick look. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? I don't really see anything at the moment. It's still pretty far off to the south right now. I don't think we're in anything yet. Well, if we are, then the heavy stuff is still like so far away. But anyway, though, appreciate all you that have been hanging out through it all, cause well, it's still not a whole lot going on here. I've been periodically trying to check the radar here and there, and that's why you heard me pop back up once you went back into chat, Isaiah. Because I've been trying to cook those tacos. I might show a picture on Discord later. Might not. I'll have to make sure I remember to even do it. But if I do, I'll put it in the foodie area. Also, anyone that might be interested in joining our Discord, here is a link to join. It's been a while since I've had to this has been used though, so I'm gonna check and see if it still works or not. If it does, then we'll pin it so that way it's easy to find. But if it isn't, then yeah. Okay. Yep, it still works. Good. Good. All right. So there's the link for anyone that's interested in joining that. In the meantime, it's pretty much the same deal here. We have we have maybe 1-2 severe thunderstorm warnings still, but as far as significant activity, kind of keeping it at a minimum here. Sorry for anyone that this might be disappointing right now, but this is actually a good thing. Because if this performed up to expectation, this could have been a tornado outbreak. Well, that's actually still you could still get snow if you're slightly above freezing. But it's usually going to be more of that wet snow, and it takes a little bit more for it to accumulate. But it's perfect for making snowballs if you can get it to. So that'd be pretty exciting. Can't remember the last time I've had significant snow over here. It's been a minute. Last time I remember anything was like, what, 2018? Check the National Weather Service blend of models because they've been pretty spot on with what's been going on towards Texas. And it looks like a winter wonderland over there. I don't know the extent of how much snow has fallen there, but it definitely is looking pretty close to what I was expecting from based off of what Blender Models was showing. But the general consensus on that looked like it was mainly about somewhere between 4 to 8 inches. Some areas could get up to about 6 inches. Man, it looks like Oklahoma City might end up getting that winter storm warning issued. I wouldn't be surprised if they extend that. Because they're in that moderate impact region now. Stiff. Very stiff right now. Gosh, how I wish I could warm up and play some guitar a little bit. So that's an encouraging signal if you're wanting snow. Euro's a tough one. It's a finicky model sometimes when it comes to snow, but it's not necessarily inaccurate. But even so, excuse me. Wow, yawning the yawns are coming in now. Hopefully I can stop that. But Euro can be finicky, but not necessarily inaccurate though. But like I said, I really like using the blend of models. The only thing I don't like about the blend of models is the snow ratio 10 to 1. I think that's a little bit much. All right, so we got an hour until game time. It looks honestly like they might have trimmed back this tornado watch a little bit. It definitely looks a little bit smaller than what it once did. Yeah, they did. They cut the areas out of East Texas now. Window looks like it could be closing for this series of storms tonight. There's a chance though that we could have to come back late, like overnight again. But we'll have to see how that plays out though. You want to make sure that your snow chances are true. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Not don't I do not blame you at all. It's pretty heavy thunderstorms here regardless of whether or not we get severe weather out of this, and there's still the flood threat we have to look out for. Right. There's one other thing I'm going to look up while I'm at it here. I'm going to look at some model data. I just don't think that daytime heating maybe was enough. We had a couple breaks in the clouds, or maybe there was just too much convection. I'm kind of leaning towards too much convection. Partially because that low pressure is just lagging a little too far back to really spark anything. And that could be a similar deal tomorrow. Wow. Well, I mean, the convective models can be really aggressive sometimes with the moisture content. Like HRRR is really aggressive with it. It's a lot like how the GFS is with moisture content. Usually it's more aggressive than, let's say, the Euro. Really, whenever you look at model data, you want to kind of compare the global models to the to each other, not necessarily to a convective model. Because for one, not just because of the time frame, but also just with convective models, they're set up a little bit differently. I'm not entirely sure of just exactly how it's set up in comparison, but it's usually a little bit more precise when it comes to moisture towards the mid to upper levels. But that's just something I've noticed. I don't even know if I can truly verify that or not. Yeah, you got a good signal at least. That's for sure. I wonder if there's a way you could gift subs or gift memberships. Oh, the potential's there. It definitely. I mean, I kind of saw it from a couple of days ago, honestly. So I mean, but it was trending a little further to the north. But you guys were in a good spot to where I was kind of side eyeing you, but I didn't want to try to get your hopes up too much. Oh, excuse me. Um, you're not going to at all. What do you mean? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and check some model data real quick here. Oh, you're not gonna get too hyped up. Yeah, that's a safe thing to do because I mean it can easily change again. I mean, you could have some. I would say you could have some reasonable confidence in that. A day out is a day out is pretty good to see that signal. Just give it a couple more runs and just kind of let it play from there. All right, so here's what we're gonna look at right now. This is our current storm system that we're watching, and I think it's a classic case of just a little bit too subtle of the forcing here and a little bit too much convection. So as a result, I think that we're kind of limited on the severe potential. This could potentially ramp up overnight. There could be a couple areas of interest, and then after that, this is where we start to see things kind of ramp up with this system. You see things begin to increase in intensity as this low pressure begins to intensify based off these pressure contours here. And this is when I think Monday will be more active. I won't necessarily, it's going to be a big day here. It's not a guarantee, but it's likely that we will get an increase in activity throughout the day. We could have a couple of different rounds. Just how significant they'll be, I'm not quite as certain on that. I think it could be conditional due to a number of parameters. Mainly, my concern would be if the atmosphere can recover that energy that it'll dispense from these first couple rounds. If we get bigger storms tonight, I do think that eventually we will start to calm down. But this storm system here, and here's the thing, Isaiah, look at this. Could get some wraparound moisture on the backside of this. And then with that wraparound and the cold air starting to merge in here, I think you might be in a good spot. Yeah, and see, this is something that kind of gives me a little bit of evidence behind that. A little snow squall could easily pop up right around this little section here. Timing is going to be important, though. But yeah, I think you have a really fair shot at getting some wintry precip here. Just how much? So they take from your summer break nowadays. If they even have one winter day, if so, that's crazy now. They at least gave us about 3 days of leeway over here, but it rarely ever happened, so it's never really a problem. Over there, I would expect it to be a little bit more prevalent, because of reasons. But let's go ahead and take an actual light look at the reflectivity. See, look at how this is. Look at how that low pressure gets going there, and then you get that moisture around the back side of it for your area. And then there you go, right around here. Look at that pressure line. Perfect timing, right at about 32, and then you get that. Then you get that wraparound snow, and it lingers for a bit, and it's heavy snow too at that, because we're still getting pretty rich moisture content from the Gulf, but it's in such a way to where you don't necessarily get that warm air advection from it too. And then northeast, man, looks like they could get slammed by this. So maybe we even stream early Tuesday morning. Doesn't necessarily look like a blizzard, but why not? Let's just do 4 days straight. Kind of get ready for storm chasing season. Why not? Alrighty, so now we've taken a look at that, let's go back to what we have going on right now. It's a new severe thunderstorm warning over here towards Meridian, or just to the south of Meridian actually. It's towards Quitman. This is going to sneak its way into Alabama momentarily, but I think we might be I think that our greatest storm potential is starting to wane here. We tried to stick with this as long as we could too. That's the thing. It's kind of a bummer, but it's a relief at the same time. The ups and downs that you go through with weather, man, I tell you. But the thing to make note of here is we didn't really get much in the way of tornadoes, which is good news. So I'll sit around for a little bit longer, but I just don't think anything's gonna get going with this. At least not in this current time frame. Overnight might be a different story. I would say this is still a pretty good stream. Appreciate everyone that's showed up this afternoon. Might have another round coming up soon though, so we'll be here on standby as needed. Actually, I think I'm just gonna call it now. I just think this one kinda, yeah, they're trimming away at that tornado watch too. Nothing's really going off to the south here. Just the convection has been poor here, and nothing's really gotten a chance to mature. It may not even mature here. So that being said, I'm gonna call this one a stream for now, and we'll come back maybe later tonight or tomorrow. What is it, Isaiah? Speak, my boy, speak. I'd get copywritten for playing the Jeopardy theme, but that would be pretty funny if I did. The rap is rap's a decent signal when it comes to snow. It's a little aggressive, but it is a subsidiary of the HRRR. It usually looks a little bit higher up in the atmosphere in comparison, though. But you probably saw some. You probably saw a signal with that too, I'm sure. If you're seeing signals on every model, that's like I said, that's a pretty reassuring sign. When you see all of the when you see a signal on just about every model, you can have a pretty good amount of confidence. Yeah, you have a good shot. You have what it takes. Yeah, if even the ensemble, yeah, you're pretty much a shoe in. How much you'll end up getting will still be a question, but I do think you're gonna get some snow. I'm pretty sure of it. That being said, though, one thing we're not getting right now, at the moment at least, is severe weather. We'll just have to regroup and try again later and see what we end up finding. But I took my break earlier and really nothing came of that even. Took a 45-minute break almost, trying to cook food. So, that in mind, I'm going to call this one a stream. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll possibly even be back Tuesday. So, thank you folks for being here. We'll be back. We'll see you next time. It's been Tire Metalhead Weatherman and the crew. And take care. Enjoy Super Bowl Sunday.